Good afternoon from the hot and sweaty cottage farmhouse build site. It is 90-something degrees and we're in this house. Got a fan running in the background over there, but it doesn't do a whole lot when it's this humid outside. And we are starting to work on our chimney. So last week we were here and we were trying to figure out how to get all the stovepipe that we bought to work all the way up our wooden chimney chase. Well, we learned that there is a difference between stovepipe and chimney pipe, and so we're going to show the difference between those two because we had a really hard time actually finding information on how to install a chimney flue through a wood chimney chase. There just wasn't a lot of information on how to do that for a wood stove, so we're going to show you the different pieces and parts that we used and what we learned from our own research as we tried to learn how to do this. One of the things that clued us in that we had the wrong type of pipe for going through the chase is the Outtakes box. We are going through a chimney chase that's outside of our house, but we're still having to go through a quote-unquote floor. So we got just a standard attic box because that was available. And we discovered that the stovepipe that we had bought doesn't even fit. These are totally different fittings. And so we had to figure out what type of pipe this actually was so that we could get the correct pipe. And it turns out they have two different types of pipe, stovepipe and chimney pipe. Chimney pipe is what goes outside of where you can't see it anymore. So if it goes in the walls, going through your attic, anywhere that you're not going to see it, you need chimney pipe. It's actually triple wall and is rated and designed to go where you cannot see it to prevent fires. The rest of the pipe that we need that's going to be visible is called stove pipe, and this usually comes in black, or you can get it in stainless steel. And it is not triple wall, it's usually double wall or single wall depending on where you're putting it. Since we are putting it inside a wood chimney chase, we did double wall because it is going to be near the walls. So what they're working on behind me is framing in a box for this attic box. So they're using some of the scrap 2x4s from our house build and building a place where they can fasten this in so that we can connect the stove and chimney pipe to it. So this ceiling support box is a bit overkill for what our purposes are, but we were having a really hard time finding parts for this. We actually had to buy from, 5 to 10 different sellers on Amazon, used, some new, some like new, because we just are having a hard time with supply chain issues, especially with the chimney. They do sell some that are shorter that we could have used for passing through the floor, but this was available, right price, so we got it. Even though we don't have insulation, it'll still serve our purposes for becoming the transition between inside our house and going through our chimney chase. Make sure you keep both thumbs.
So far, so good.
So these brackets here, you won't be able to see us install. These are going to be going inside the chimney chase when Nathan climbs up in there. And these will be going around our triple wall pipe and attaching to the back wall. And it will use a bolt right here to fasten to the triple wall pipe to just keep it stable up there. Otherwise, the rest of the chimney pipe that goes up through there is actually just a twist and lock feature. So there's not a whole lot of fixing we have to do, but this will be needed in there for how tall of a chimney we have. So we've hit a snag. We borrowed the neighbor's bucket truck again, hoping that we could get tall enough to get to the top of the chimney without having to use scaffolding, a ladder, or be on the roof. Unfortunately, the bucket doesn't quite make it as tall as we need it to. And when my dad and Nathan got onto the roof, they discovered it was a little too slick, especially with how steep of a pitch that we have right there where the chimney is. So we're currently regrouping and trying to think of how we're going to accomplish this.
Take all of them.
So plan B is to try going through the inside of the house, entering the chimney from up there to see if we can install things from above.
Look at that! Woo!
Well, we just got the chimney pipe poking all the way up the top of the chimney up there. And we were very pleased with how easy it went together once we had all of the parts. It's just a simple twist and lock. Farmer Nathan is still in the chimney putting the last 2 clamps in so that it's stable inside of the chimney chase and it won't wobble around any. Well, we hope you enjoyed spending some time with us here at the hot and steamy farmhouse build site this afternoon. If you have any questions about putting this in, we would be happy to answer any of your questions in the comments below, because we know how hard it was to find information, so we're happy to pass along what we have learned in building our own. So we'll catch you next time.
Don't stand too close, I might be smelly.
Yeah, we'll have to get the
Nose
come this
blind.
the way, y'all, so we can see the who wants to point to the chimney. Perfect.
Oh.